Welcome back to Reds Fusion LFC, your ultimate hub for all things Liverpool. Today we've got massive transfer updates, from a potential huge money summer move to Arne Slot's plans for fresh additions. Plus, the truth behind Alexander, Isak's $125 million deadline day saga, and the latest midfield battle that could shape the Reds' future. Strap in, this one's big. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with every twist and turn in the transfer window. Liverpool planning another huge money move next summer. Liverpool monitoring Olise as long-term Salah successor. Salah contract provides stability but raises future questions. Liverpool ended last season with clarity on one of the most pressing issues. Mohamed Salah's new deal until 2027, confirmed after months of speculation, ensured that the club's top scorer remains central to their plans. It also quelled rumors of a move to Saudi Arabia, giving Richard Hughes and Arne Slot breathing space ahead of a Premier League title defense. Yet while the 33-year-old's extension offers reassurance, it also sparks planning for the future. By the time Salah's terms expire, he will be 35. As TBR Football highlighted, Liverpool's recruitment team are already weighing potential successors, with Michael Olise among the most intriguing options. Olise attracting Premier League attention. Olise has become a cornerstone at Bayern Munich since joining from Crystal Palace for around 50 minutes. Now 23 and capped by France, his technical craft and versatility have led some to consider him one of the most complete young playmakers in Europe. Bayern are preparing to offer him improved terms beyond his current 2029 contract, fearing that English clubs may test their resolve. Reports are conflicting over whether Olise's deal contains a release clause. What is clear, however, is that Liverpool would need to commit a substantial sum if they pursued him. TBR Football's Graham Bailey notes, "A bid for Olise cannot be ruled out at this stage given how ruthless Hughes has been in the market this year." Hughes' aggressive market approach Liverpool's transfer dealings this summer have already demonstrated ambition. The arrivals of Florian Wirtz and Alexander Isak underline the club's willingness to spend heavily when the right targets are identified. Bailey adds, "It would take some huge money to get him. I don't see him being available next summer, but never say never. When you are a club who can attract Isak and Wirtz in one window, nobody is beyond your reach." Contract and wage. Dynamics. Another factor is financial. Reports suggesting Olise is already earning more than $200,000 per week have been disputed. Bayern are nevertheless keen to raise his salary in a new offer, seeking to secure his commitment. For Liverpool, this presents a challenge, but also an opportunity. Should the player signal openness to a return to the Premier League, they would be among the frontrunners. Liverpool's planning remains pragmatic. With Salah tied down, the short term is secure. Yet the long-term vision requires identifying a player capable of shaping the next era of success. Olise, with his blend of creativity and pedigree, fits that mold. Our view. Anfield Index. Analysis for Liverpool fans. The idea of Olise joining at Anfield is genuinely exciting. Supporters understand that Salah remains central to everything the club does, but there is also awareness that time moves quickly. At 35, Salah may not be able to sustain his extraordinary levels, and the club will need a seamless succession plan. Liverpool retained strong interest in signing German midfield maestro amid four-club battle, as the transfer rumor mill churns. VfB Stuttgart midfield maestro Angelo Stiller has emerged as one of Europe's hottest prospects. Sources have confirmed to Team Talk that 4 Premier League clubs, with Arsenal and Liverpool leading the chase, are seriously tracking the 24-year-old German. Stiller's metronomic passing, tactical intelligence, and composure in Stuttgart's midfield have made him a standout in the Bundesliga, and with a potential release clause of $40 million, 34.6 Siemens looming, his future is a hot topic. Stiller, who came through Bayern Munich's academy before cementing his reputation at Stuttgart, is contracted until 2027, His release clause will be activated in 2026, though Stuttgart holds the option to buy it out. For a mere $2 million, 1.7 meters, a move that could complicate negotiations for suitors. Sources indicate that while a January transfer isn't ruled out, a move in the summer of 2026 appears more likely, giving clubs time to prepare their pitches. Arsenal, under Mikel Arteta, see Stiller as a perfect fit for their possession-based system, potentially partnering Martin Zubimendi or Declan Rice in a dynamic midfield pivot. Liverpool, transitioning under Arne Slot, view him as a long-term addition to their hard-working engine room, with his versatility and ball-playing ability aligning with their high-pressing philosophy. The other two Premier League clubs remain unnamed, but speculation points to Manchester United and Tottenham as possible contenders. More European interest, but England ideal beyond England, Real Madrid have also entered the conversation, listing Stiller among their targets. However, the Spanish giants have yet to agree personal terms or make significant moves, leaving their interest as speculative for now. Stiller, for his part, is eager to test himself in a top league, and the Premier League's allure, combined with the prospect of Champions League football, makes England a prime destination. Stuttgart, going well in the Bundesliga and aiming for a chance at a European campaign, are in no rush to lose their star. With the club holding leverage over Stiller's release clause, any suitor will need to act decisively. As 2026 approaches, Stiller's next step could reshape the midfield landscape for one of Europe's elite. Liverpool roundup, Konate exit certain. Liverpool defender Ibrahima Konate's exit from the club is said to be a sure thing, with the center-back refusing contract offers amid a desire to join Real Madrid when his deal is up. Arne Slot eyes two new Liverpool additions as overlooked midfielder returns to training, all the latest off-diary Reds news as Paul Gorst brings you the tidbits from around Anfield in his Liverpool notebook, a perfect start to the new Premier League. Season sees Arne Slot's Liverpool side riding high at the midway point of the international break. 3 wins from their opening games with Bournemouth, Newcastle United, and Arsenal were followed by the 125-meter capture of Alexander Isak to end a summer-long transfer saga by making the Sweden international the most expensive player in British football history. The other side of the break sees the fixtures start to come thicker and faster for the Premier League leaders. However, with Burnley at Turf Moor on Sunday before a visit from Atletico Madrid in the Champions League is followed by Everton at Anfield in the first Merseyside derby of the new term. Ahead of all that, the Echoes brings you the latest Liverpool notebook piece, featuring all the off-diary tidbits around Anfield. New coaches wanted Liverpool are in the process of recruiting for a physical performance analyst and a first-team physical performance coach as Arne Slot continues to reshape his backroom staff. Slot saw one of his 2 assistants leave for Ajax in the summer when John Heitinga took the head coach's role in Amsterdam, and that was followed by Aaron Briggs taking on the mantle of set pieces on a more formal basis, having juggled the duties alongside his other commitments during his first season at the club. Briggs is now recognized as the official set-piece coach at the AXA Training Center, with former Barcelona and Arsenal star Giovanni van Bronckhorst coming in over the summer as the replacement for Heitinga. Luis Fernando Ubel was also recently confirmed as the new individual lead coach, which is a position which aims to bridge the gap between the academy and the first-team ranks. The Brazilian was officially confirmed last week by the club, and the changing face of the coaching staff is set to continue with Liverpool looking to take on both a physical performance analyst and a first-team physical performance coach. The analyst role will focus on issues like sleep hygiene among the squad while also monitoring training loads and subjective wellness every 2 months within the ranks. Players will gain assistance with individual recovery sessions, while testing will also be carried out on the squad before and after training at the AXA Center in Kirkby. The successful candidate will also be asked to provide live GPS feedback during pitch sessions, including drill sprints and analysis of movement during the workouts. Findings from the GPS data will be used to inform future team and rehabilitation sessions to improve performance. The coaching role will be responsible for providing world-leading support for a number of first-team stars and those in the academy. Ranks who Liverpool feel have high potential. Tasks include monitoring and refining each player's specific performance program that has been set out by the coaching staff. Physical reviews for each player in the group will also be communicated once a month, while an analysis of preseason and in-season testing will also be required. Alexander Isak shares what happened behind scenes on 125 meters Liverpool deadline day. Transfer Alexander Isak signed for Liverpool from Newcastle United on transfer deadline day for 125 meters. Alexander Isak says the opportunity to create more history at Liverpool was one of the driving factors behind his decision to move to Anfield for a British record fee of 125 meters. The Sweden international completed his transfer to Merseyside on transfer deadline day. It came after the Premier League champions ended a summer-long saga by agreeing a blockbuster fee with Newcastle United, just hours after their 1-0 win over Arsenal on August 31st. After that fee was agreed, Isak arrived at the club's AXA training center the following day to undergo his medical before completing some in-house media duties with LiverpoolFC.com. And in their exclusive vlog of an historic day for both the club and the striker himself, the former Magpies man opens up on what it means to be the Reds' new number 9. "It's unbelievable," he says in the YouTube vlog. "It's something I never could have dreamed of as a child. Such a big club, and to be a part of what the club is building on top of the club's history and what it has already achieved, it is something I am so proud of. I've seen a few players and I've seen a couple of staff as well, but it's been good so far. Very friendly vibe around the training ground, and it's a beautiful place as well. So it started really well so far. I'm so happy that I'm finally here. I can't wait to get back out there and hopefully we can share some amazing moments together. I want to create history. I want to win trophies. This is the perfect place for me to grow even further. It's been a busy morning. I traveled from Newcastle down to Liverpool, and I am looking forward to seeing the stadium. Yeah, it's going to be amazing, man. I've got a medical that is underway now, and I'm going to hospital for some more scans, and then back to finish off paperwork and do the rest of the media." Isak played his first minutes since May on Monday night, when he emerged as a second-half substitute for Sweden in their 2-0 World Cup qualifier defeat to Kosovo. Liverpool fans get glimpse into future as contract nightmare could happen again. Ibrahima Konate is out of contract at Liverpool at the end of the season, and it's claimed Real Madrid is confident the Frenchman will make the move to the Bernabeu. Real Madrid is confident it will secure the signing of Ibrahima Konate on a free transfer at the end of the season. That's according to reports in Spain, as history threatens to repeat itself on Merseyside. Just months ago, Trent Alexander-Arnold forced a move from Liverpool to Madrid by running down his contract. Although the Reds eventually got a transfer fee for Alexander-Arnold in the region of $10 million, they still lost their vice-captain and would have received a much greater transfer fee if he had more time remaining on his contract. Like Alexander-Arnold was this time last year, Konate is in the final year of his Liverpool contract and is being consistently linked with a move to Spain. Konate, 26, joined Liverpool in 2021 and quickly established himself as a crucial partner for Virgil van Dijk, helping the Reds clinch the Premier League title last season. Marca reports that Los Blancos view the coming months as pivotal in determining Konate's future and are keeping in touch with his representatives. The Spanish publication suggests that Konate has already rejected 3 extension offers from Liverpool, and there is growing confidence that he will follow Alexander-Arnold's path rather than Alphonso Davies, who chose to extend his stay with Bayern Munich after discussions with Madrid. It's also reported that Konate's departure from Anfield is seen as a sure thing, although recent reports suggest that Liverpool has been in dialogue with his agents in an attempt to reach an agreement. As for Konate himself, he seems unfazed about his future and has even quipped that he regularly receives calls from France teammate Kylian Mbappe encouraging him to make the move to the Spanish capital. Asked during a rapid-fire question-and-answer session on French television channel TF1, Whether Mbappe was applying pressure for him to make the move to the Bernabeu, Konate quipped, "He calls me every 2 hours. No, no, no." Konate is presently on international duty alongside Mbappe and featured for the full 90 minutes in France's victory over Ukraine on Friday. Les Blues are next set to face Iceland on Wednesday. Liverpool has already moved to strengthen its defensive ranks amid the uncertainty surrounding the center-back's future. The Reds secured promising talent Giovanni Leone from Parma following Jarell Quansah's departure to Bayer Leverkusen earlier in the summer. Alexander Isak's international break as text message emerges, and Liverpool man speaks out. Despite finally completing his controversial transfer to Liverpool from Newcastle United, Alexander Isak is still commanding plenty of attention as he prepares. For his Reds debut, Alexander Isak has dominated the football headlines this summer without kicking a ball after successfully agitating for a move to Liverpool. The Swede went from Newcastle hero to public enemy number 1 for lobbying to leave the Magpies for the Premier League champions. Such was his desire to depart that he trained away from Eddie Howe's squad and then released an explosive social media statement accusing Newcastle of breaking promises after the Reds' opening bid was rejected. But having dug their heels in for most of the summer, the Magpies eventually gave in to Isak's demands, selling him for a British record $125 million just before the summer deadline. As he prepares to potentially make his Liverpool debut at Burnley on Sunday, here's a roundup of Isak-related news since his controversial transfer. Dr. Talks. No sooner had the transfer been completed than Isak was flying off to join up with the Sweden squad for the World Cup qualifiers against Slovenia and Kosovo. Having not played this season due to his exile from the Newcastle squad, Isak was short of match sharpness, leading to talks between Sweden head coach Jon Dahl Tomasson and Liverpool boss Arne Slot, plus the respective medical teams. Before the games, Tomasson said, "We will not do any stupid things with him. He has not had a pre-season with lots of training and matches. He cannot play 90 minutes. We have a plan. We always have very good communication with the clubs. I have spoken to their manager. Our doctor has spoken to their doctor. Our physio, Ben Rosen, has spoken to their physio. I am happy that the guy is here. It doesn't matter where the players play as long as they play and that they are happy, and he is extremely happy.